Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just, got off to a rocky start, this morning. My wife, my daughter left my daughter does some strange shit, man. She just decided to take the key to my wife's car off of her key rack or whatever, that's connected to the house key. She just decided to take that off and run out to the car. And in the process of her doing that, she dropped the key in the yard. And me coming out of the house on Saturday, it was either Saturday or Sunday. I seen the key just laying in the middle of the yard, and I forgot to reattach the key to the house key. So now I'm dumb late because I had to, Anyways, man. First off, before I even get into my soliloquy, man, about this past weekend's festivities, man, I want to say rest in peace to my man, to my bro, Rafa Crespo. Rest in peace, bro. Man, if if mental health is something that you are afflicted by, take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. You are not the only one going through this struggle. And that's not a struggle that you should have to shoulder on your own, man. You place that on somebody else's shoulders and let them carry that, a lot of that load for you. You dig? Just get out and talk to somebody. Get out and talk to somebody. Find somebody with good counsel that you trust, and you put that, you vent to them. You vent to them. You dig? If you got health insurance, from what I've been told, you can go to a counselor, and all of that shit is paid for and covered under your health insurance, man. It's so, just that what transpired just on, what was that, on Wednesday with me and my immediate family, man, was just something that I would never wish on nobody. I would never wish on nobody, man. It was just a real tragic event up here, and you know we're still mortified by it. You dig? And it's just something that's sad, man. Just something that just shouldn't have happened. You dig? Mental health is a real issue. Take solace in the fact that someone is willing to, carry the load for you or support you in carrying the load. You can talk to somebody, man. Don't nobody want to see you out here fucked up in the game. Ain't no one out here trying to see you get your life snatched from you so you can, create a void in your children's lives, man. Just really, 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 really take heed to that, man. Go out here and, help others help you. You know what I'm saying? And in the process, help the mental well-being of your loved ones, especially if you got kids, man. So yeah, rest in peace, my man. Rest in peace to bro. But peep game, man. I want to get into this shit, man. And that's this past weekend's festivities with Jerron Boots Ennis and Karen Chukatsi. And man, listen, man. Jerron is a good fighter. The dude is a talented fighter. But one thing I've noticed about a lot of these PBC fighters is it's such a high opinion of these fighters that they don't even have to do the necessary leg work to obtain that status that they have. They're just inadvertently better than everybody else. They're already comparing this dude to Roy Jones Jr. Now, granted, he wasn't a PBC fighter, but he came into prominence on PBC broadcast. So we're familiar with him through the PBC, making him an honorary PBC stablemate. And it's annoying because it's not like it's just him. It's every fighter who becomes a somebody in the division. He's somebody that must be sought out. And all of his deeds leading up to that kind of get, thrown to the wayside, man. Anthony Joshua had to go, he was ducking Deontay Wilder despite the $100 million offer, contracts and all that shit. It was still people talking about, go fight him after he lost to Joseph Parker. Just real ridiculousness, man. Canelo Alvarez and this ducking David Benavidez, man. He's fighting B and C level fighters, C and D level fighters. He ain't fought nobody. He ducking the best competition in the division. Even though David Benavidez stayed at that same division and fought nobody for well over a decade. He fights one credible fighter, and now he's automatically interjected into beating everybody from super middleweight to cruiserweight. And Canelo better not stay. He better not go fight that dude all the while at the same time saying he's ducking him. It's just real ridiculousness, man. Gervonta Davis can go. Lomachenko can call this dude out for half a decade and get ignored, and now all of a sudden, when his career is circling the drain, and he's contemplating retirement. Now, only then that's when it's acceptable for Gervonta Davis to go and go on the hunt for Lomachenko. It's just real ridiculousness, man. And with Boots, A lot of these newfound Boots fans are disgruntled Spence fans who just can't cope with the fact that Bud did what they did to Spence. So now they're gonna put all their eggs in one basket at the next credible threat to Terrence Crawford being Jerron Boots Henderson. They're so disenchanted that they'll say that Bud got ran out of the division by Boots to go fight a cherry picking Israel Madrimov. Man, it's really ridiculous. It's real fucking ridiculous. All while not even saying shit to Spence about fighting Boots when Boots was the mandatory for the IBF strap when Spence held it, man. You know, it's really just, man. Bro. I get an ulcer talking to a lot of these dudes because it's like y'all have nothing else to go off of but rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? And conjecture. Y'all have no credible stance that you're standing on to justify the claims that y'all are claiming, man. Boots is a talented fighter, but if you go 24 rounds with a dude who was just 41st ranked in the division, and you're still showing signs of that, you know, of you're still showing signs of vulnerability against somebody like that, bro. It's time to take a step back and say, all right, man, let's reevaluate this dude. You dig? I'm not a fan of David Benavidez. I'm not a fan of Tank. At this point, I'm not really even a fan of Boots anymore. I was a high up on him too until I saw some shit. I'm like, whoa, okay, nah. They're good fighters though. That's the thing. I can admit that. I can say they're they're good fighters, man. But just stop putting all the extras on it, man. When they said Tyson Fury, I remember making a status saying Tyson Fury he's overrated. That doesn't mean that he's a terrible fighter. You could be a great fighter and still be overrated. Tyson Fury is one of the better fighters of this generation. But what they were doing was trying to make this dude like just the greatest thing since sliced bread because he knocked out Dillian White after he beat Wilder because nobody could see Wilder losing the fight, even though he fought nobody credible outside of Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz was hella unproven. Dude never held a champ, never held a belt. So he goes in there, he crashed Wilder 3 times. Technically, it should be 3. Then he knocks out Dillian White, and now, oh man, I can't see anybody beating this dude. Ali, he's just too big for Ali. Even though Dillian White lost twice to the same punch by 2 other dudes before fucking Tyson Fury got in the ring with him, man. It's like, this is ridiculous. This is past ridiculous, man. And they're putting all of those but I mean, even the thing with Tyson Fury, he was at least fighting, you know, quality opposition in the division, man. I'm just saying, that was just an example of someone being overrated but still being a great fighter. Jerron Boots Ennis went in the ring with a 41st ranked Karen in the division for 24 rounds, man. Like, Canelo was getting ostracized for not beating fucking Edgar Berlanga or not knocking out Edgar Berlanga and John Ryder and cats like that and Jermell Charlo. These are proven. Not no Edgar Berlanga. Ryder was proven and Jermell was proven, but these is dudes, for the most part, who are proven. You dig? They're proven. Nobody know who Karen was until last year, and even between January of last year and fucking Saturday, the 9th of November in 2024, there's no record of us. So we never knew who this dude was, and I guarantee nobody, if he fought between then and now, nobody knows the dudes that he fought. That's something that people are going to have to go look up. Me being one of them, I'm going to have to go look up who this dude fought and how many times he fought. And everybody's so caught up on the fact that he's, ranked within the, highly ranked in the IBF or whatever the case may be. Y'all are talking as if rankings can't be manipulated, man. Who did he fight? How many times did he fight? And who did he fight to become number one the mandatory for the IBF strap? Who? So yeah, man. I mean, the dude is good, but I made a status saying either Boots is extremely overrated or Karen is a lot better than we expected, and I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think with Karen, he was able to give Boots these look, and Boots was not, I won't say he wasn't ready to deal with it, man, but because he dealt with it. He dealt with it. But what happens when somebody is doing that at a higher level, man? He gave you a different look. And what was the different looks? He was giving you this fight. He was looking for countering opportunities. He was looking to initiate the clinch. He was looking to, just not only wrap up and use his angles to get out. He spin out, wrap you up. He was looking to win. You could tell he trained for that fight. You could tell he trained for that fight, man. It wasn't just him in there on, surviving. It was like, nah, man, I'm trying to win. I went 12 with him last time. I'm confident in my abilities this time. I know what his vulnerabilities are. So you got a dude ranked that low in the division, man. What happens if it's someone like Bud in there with you who has all the intangibles of a Karen Chukati? What happens if it's a Sean Porter? People who are battle tested. You dig me? What happens if it's Keith Thurman? Like, also, I'm saying I'm not convinced that he just goes in there and he beats Keith Thurman. I'm not. Because I'm looking at shit from this dude and I'm like, there are fighters in that division, past fighters. Well, maybe he beat Keith Thurman now because of how inactive he is, but Thurman could have came back and fought this dude and won a year or two ago. Dig me? But I'm looking at Karen push shots down the middle and the blind spots off of the angles that he's creating. I'm looking at Karen wrap up with him off of the angles and just completely befuddling the dude. And you see him getting aggravated like, yo, he keeps clinching. Now, it was an excessive amount of holding. It was an excessive amount of holding. I won't lie about that shit, man. But that comes with the territory. That's smart. You're supposed to. If I see you're getting frustrated and I'm looking at crafty ways to hold you and manipulate your arms and manipulate the judge, but the referee to make it seem as if I'm not initiating the clinch, but even I'm initiating the clinch, but I can sit here and manipulate my arms and make it seem as if you're holding me. It just veteran tactics like that, man. Like, it was smart boxing. You got to be real. You dig? And for him to even take that knee while he was just getting overwhelmed, that's another, like, yo, this dude that was smart. He didn't just go in there and just get his brains rattled and shit like that, man. But you dig it, this video isn't so much about what, Boots' prowess and what he shines in. Now, we're gonna have to highlight the negative of what it is that he was doing, because we know, he's athletic, switch hitting, fast feet, fast hands, power in both hands, but we know that. So let's highlight the deficiencies, man. Let's highlight the fact that, bro, why is your chin so high up in the air, bro? There's no reason. The only time you should be comfortable enough to drop your guard if you don't have the instincts of a Roy Jones Jr. to fight with your hands at your side, or a Maravilla Martinez or somebody like that. If you don't have those type of instincts to where you can get away with fighting with your hands at your side, the only time your hands should be at your side is when you are coming out of the corner in between rounds. As long as you are in between those ropes, you are in striking range. So your hand should be up. There's no reason why why are you fighting out of the Philly in the fucking clinch, man? Y'all got to get out of this shit. It's time to really throw away this Philly shell shit, man, because it's just really fucking y'all dudes up. Y'all cats are not defensive wizards like that. And that's okay, because you know who ain't a defensive wizard? Bud. He's not no defensive wizard. When you hit him, that's when it becomes a fight. That's what he looks for. He's inviting for that. Like, yeah, let's get in here and brawl out. Even though he's good defensively. He's really good defensively. But it's a balance of both offense and defense. That's what makes Bud so great. So you don't need to be a defensive wizard to be competent defensively. But this hands low in the clinch, man, and you got big looping rights and lefts coming over the top of those, over the top of your shoulder, bro. Like, and that's what was happening. And just on the entry, man, when you go to advance on a fighter to close distance, your hands are low and you're eating shots on the way in. I'm seeing this shit. And when someone shows that they're gritty enough to stand in the pocket with him and not just enter the exchanges that he initiated, but you are initiating, that flusters him. And you saw that. Because how much people are bloviating over this dude, how much people are putting all the extras on him, you wouldn't think that nobody would dare to stand in the pocket and bang out with me. You wouldn't think no shit like that. Hell no. You gonna stand here with me? Fuck out of here. No. You gonna stand here with me of all people and bang out? No, nigga, you got me fucked up. And when he did that, it took him off guard. It didn't take his heart, but it was just like, oh shit. I just think a lot of times when you get caught off guard, you like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And that may rattle you enough to where because it's something that you're not used to. So now you can't punch with the same level of conviction because you you worried about the counter shot. If this dude is brolic enough to stand here and bang with me, that means he must got hard enough hands to do so, or proper punch placement to do so. So now you're worried about the counter, so you may not throw with the same level of conviction. You dig? I just, I really wish y'all would stop with the extra shit, man. Just, my man Tyler, just stop with the extra shit. Just let these fighters earn their keep. Let them earn the reputation that y'all are trying to preordain them with. Let them earn that. Let them earn it. Boots is still a fighter who's under development, man. That's just what even a corner work, go in there and knock him out. This is the same bullshit that T.O. Senior was telling Junior in the fight with Cambosos. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? This is what happens when you don't fight a quality opposition. Terrible corner work, because your corner is accustomed to you going in there and doing a destruction job on whoever it is you standing in front of. Bozy is better than that. Bozy is better than that. You training Andy Cruz, man, you got him looking good. But you gonna tell Jerron to go in there and knock him out? Like, man, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? Right, let's stop playing games, man. Let's just let the dude develop a little bit more. He's not ready to. If a 41st ranked Karen stood in the pocket with you, and you talking about, yo, maybe it's time for me to jump up because I'm getting older. I'm 27 years old. Like, what do you think is going to happen up there at middleweight, at junior middleweight, where the fighters are bigger and they're punching harder, they're stronger? You dig? The task is a lot more, it's taller up there at that division. There been some big dudes up there. And I can't go off of that, yo, I'm getting, like you weight trained or whatever the case may be, because this isn't the first time you fought this dude. You had the same problems last time you fought him. You had these same problems. You wasn't weight trained when you fought Avanesian, my man. You was hell-bent on unifying. Do I want to see you jump up? Yes, because it's a lot more drama up there at 154 pounds. And, these motherfuckers down at 147 pounds just want to be political. They want to play this role like they Hollywood and demand certain person. Nah, just go on ahead and jump up, man. Just go on ahead and jump up and get in the drama with the niggas up there. Just go on ahead. We've been waiting to see you on Virgil anyway. Go ahead and make that exodus to the next division. I'm all for it. All in all, man, Jerron Boots Ennis is a good fighter. But he's not what y'all are making him out to be. Could he be? Yes, but just let him develop. Let him develop, man. Let him develop. I hope you jump to 154 pounds so we can get that. I would really love to see you in there with the fighters up there. Let's make that happen. You don't need to stay at 147 pounds no more, man. Niggas still think we in the Floyd and Manny era where people can just be political and pick and choose who they want to fight, man. Just go ahead and get that drama up in there with them dudes up there. I'm all for it. I'm all the way for it. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much how I'm feeling about this shit, man. Yeah. Keep Bud name out your mouth, champ. Just and allow yourself time to grow. Doses.